Hello, Ralf. I'm very happy. I am very happy to see you. It was a long time we haven't met with each other, and I'm also happy that today you have received passport of Grenada. Congratulations.
Thank you, Andre. At last, it's a reality for me and for the family. We're so happy. I mean, when I received it a few minutes ago, I was so thrilled because this is something great that's happening to me and to my family. And of course, thank you to you and thank you to your team. You've done a lot in making this happen, in making this a reality to my family.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm also very happy about that. Let's talk a little bit about this. Can you tell us why have you decided to get passport of Grenada?
And there were so many reasons, Andre. It was very difficult. When a person wanted to travel to a certain direction, specifically Europe, let's say, had to wait in queue, had to fill formality-related paperwork, and it used to take time, and it was not immediate. For example, if you're an executive and suddenly you have to move on a business trip in a certain direction, and if you don't have a visa, it's a headache. You might be missing important meetings or milestones. On the other hand, the corona had its toll on travel, and there were many other difficulties in our part of the world. And we've been thinking about this, that what can we do to have a tool or to have a break that it could help us travel to destinations without visas, or at least by receiving a visa upon arrival to an airport. And I think we had our lucky break when we met you. The meeting with you at the beginning of last year, and the way you've explained and you've encouraged us about this program, knowing that a few other ex-colleagues, even common colleagues, ex-common colleagues applied and received this. Your encouragement to me and to my wife was very decisive in making a decision and saying, let's do it. We're moving forward, and that was the starting point. And I'm so happy and I'm so glad that we've met you at the beginning of last year, and we've made such a great decision.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, Ralf. I'm also very happy that we could help you. Indeed, it was my own example when I have decided to get the same passport in 2020. And I'm enjoying using this passport, and I have started this business helping people to get second citizenship by investments. And yes, I remember how we met with you in March when we came to Yerevan, and you invited us to your house with your lovely wife. And when we started to talk about this opportunity, and you made your decision. And I think it took a couple of months, right, to collect all documents, because this is a thorough process. Can you tell me what do you think about this process of collecting documents from the moment you signed the agreement with us to the moment we filed your documents into CBI unit to Grenada in order to start processing you?
Yeah, as a start, I would like to say that whoever wants to follow up on such a project or to apply for a CBI should be equipped with patience. Because, in my case, in my family's case, for example, we've applied to our birthplace, to our birth country, requesting birth certificates, requesting many documentations that were needed in the procedure. And of course, they require translation, authorization, and there were no apostille service in my birth country. So it had to undergo a process of many state authorities, per se, And then after receiving the documents for the first time, and after review they were rejected, we had to reapply and to redo again. And again for the second time they were not accepted, so we had to do it for the third time. And I remember my family members saying, why are you torturing yourself? Why don't you stop it? Don't you see it's very difficult, it's not going to happen? And I told them this is not the case. This is something that we've always wanted, and that's why we need to be patient, and it will pay off at the end of the day. So we managed to overcome those bureaucratic difficulties at my birth country. At my identity country, or where I've been living for the past 22, 23 years, it was a bit smoother. It was a bit easier because they have the system which is required by the CBI, which umbrellas the apostille process. So altogether, I mean, I believe we've lost about 2 to 3 months because of the birthplace country. Otherwise, the process would have ended between 6 to 7 months, not longer. It took about 10.5 months until I received the final result, which are the passports. But if we deduct from them those 3 months, so more or less it would have taken about 6.5 to 7 months. But eventually we came out victorious, as they say, and we have the result that made us happy.
Yes. In spite of the fact that you are born in one country and you are living now in Armenia, and we are located in Russia, that didn't stopped us actually to collect all documents, to get all notarizations, apostilles, and so on, which is a lot. I remember my own process. I mean, it's a lot of documents need to be collected. And I'm happy that our employees, Olga and Timur and Maxim, they worked closely with you to resolve all the issues, collecting documents. And honestly saying that, I mean, we have filed you quite fast. I would say 2-3 months is the normal time, even if you are located in Russia and you don't have any kind of issues. I mean, 2-3 months is okay. So, I mean, you've been very effective. Also, thank to you for cooperation.
Actually, Andrei, and to the team of Mirbezviz, I would like to say you have a golden team. I mean, their support, their availability 24/7 was great. I mean, it was at a certain point in time I used to feel down because of the bureaucracy at my birthplace. But their pushing and their follow-up and their motivation to me and their support contributed to my patience in one way or another, and they were very effective in returning back with feedback, providing necessary feedback for me to be taking the necessary steps to make certain steps a bit faster. And again, I say they were great. I mean, their contribution was super. And I really recommend this golden team of yours to any person who is interested to apply for this project, just to go through your team, because I mean they will be comfortable, they would feel happy, they would feel satisfied by working with the team of Mirbezviz.
Yeah, thank you, Ralph. Thank you very much. And yes, I agree that teamwork is very important, and how we worked in MTS as one team. I mean, we apply the same culture into our businesses.
Yeah, the institutional approach is great. I mean, the breakdown of tasks, how to be done. This is an institutional thinking and an institutional approach. It helps a lot, and it puts a certain non-organized people on an organized track to see how the project is being implemented and executing and reaping results on a step-by-step basis.
Yes, and of course we had direct communication with you. I also stepped in if my help needed. We have a great connection to our local agent, Margaret Wilkinson. This is a lady who actually was in charge for your application. So we also thank Margaret for helping us, because I asked directly her and she been involved and very, very helpful. So I mean, the best people were working on your passports, Ralf.
I really would also seize this opportunity to thank Margaret without knowing her in person. But a big thank you to Margaret for really making this chapter of my family life a reality. And she had also a contribution of bringing some sort of happiness and satisfaction to my family, and to be part of a long-term project, because I consider those passports as long-term projects, especially for my children, who will benefit more of it on the long run.
Yes, I hope one day we will travel together to Grenada, and we will visit Margaret in her beautiful office in Grenada, and you can thank her personally.
Yes, of course.
And the last question, Ralf, when do you think it will be the first use of passports when you're going to travel somewhere?
Most probably I will be using it. We were planning to use it to visit our son who was studying in the Netherlands, but for some reason he couldn't blend in, so he decided to return back, and now he's continuing his studies here in Armenia. However, I will be using it in the coming, 2 weeks, most probably during the beginning week of March, to make a business travel. Already I have a commitment, and I've told them I'm waiting for my passport to arrive by DHL. Once it arrives, I will be ready to mobilize myself and to travel. So I will be making this first travel on a business basis, and we might be making another travel as a family towards the end of March, beginning of April, most probably to Athens, to Greece.
Okay, Athens is a
We have friends there, we were thinking of visiting them.
Yes, there is no problem actually traveling with this passport to Schengen area. I mean, nobody asks for visa. I mean, I experienced this myself, so have a good travel. And Ralf, thank you very much for this conversation. Once again,
Thank you, Andrei.
Congratulations.
Andrei, շատ շնորհակալ եմ ձեզ եւ ձեր թիմին ամեն ինչի համար, որ իմ եւ ընտանիքի ցանկություն ունենալով այլընտրանքային անձնակիր, որ աշխարհ մուտք բացել մեզ իրականություն դարձրիք, եւ խորհուրդ եմ տալիս բոլոր հետաքրքրված մարդկանց ընտանիքի դերերին եւ գործարարներին, որ դիմեն biz mir bezvis որցեք բերեն, եւ ես ավելի քան համոզված եմ, որ դուք կհեշտացնեք եւ դա կդարձնեք իրենց համար իրականություն.
Ральф, спасибо большое, и еще раз поздравления на русском языке в ответ на армянский.
I didn't understand.
I said thank you in Russian in exchange for your Armenian.
If you wish, I can say in Arabic as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.